All right, y'all, what do you think? Are we back? Give it a big old refresh, y'all, and see what happens. Check the channel. We have officially switched over to a different broadcast setup. I think we're working. Looks like we're working.
I think we are, but who the hell knows?
Who knows?
All right, wait, I think you are. Yeah.
What do you know? There it is. Now, does this same chat still work, or do we need to like reboot the chat too?
Nope, I can see the chat. I'm just going there.
This is so hobo. I love
know.
it. This is how we do things, y'all. I'm Juliette Miranda. You're watching Bourbon Soak Live. We're fucking amateurs. So you can't see the man behind the scenes, but he's sweating profusely right now. His name is David, the producer.
I can give a rat's ass.
Well, I apologize for the stunted beginning. What do you say we start this all over again?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, all right. So we're going to be talking about regrets tonight, folks. And I see that people are starting to pick up on the new broadcast stream. I see Charles has joined us. Anthony is here.
Not a great gamer.
Not a great gamer. Is there a way that you can put that chat up on the big screen for me, my handsome producer?
You are fucked.
Great. All right. Well, then what I need you to do, my handsome producer man, is help me out with the chat because it's on a very tiny little monitor and I can't really read all of that.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, absolutely. And Containerman asks, are you on the moon now? I don't know what that means.
Could you do me a favor? The old chat is still active.
I can see it.
How is that possible?
Because there's still a stream going on over there. People are doing something over there.
Could you direct them over here, please?
I did already.
Do it again.
I said, check our channel. There's a new stream.
Just let hanging out over there.
You got it.
I want them to come over here and hang out where we are partying now. So let's refresh ourselves a little bit by raising up a glass and saying cheers. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm Juliette, and I'm drinking 1792 bottled in bond.
And I'm drinking something like, it's like a unicorn or something.
You were not drinking unicorn.
It's unicorn.
You were drinking Pinhook straight bourbon whiskey.
Right, unicorn.
And it's quite good. That's an excellent one too. This is better because it has more of a potent flavor to it. You really get the rye spice out of this one, but it's still balanced real well. So working out for me very well.
Ooh, awesome. And Sister Donna Cantor says that she loved and shared, which is awesome. If you would please like this channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to, throw a little love on social media.
Absolutely. Let everybody know where we are. Hopefully we have a temporary fix to our technological problems. And we're going to be talking about regrets tonight. That is our topic of choice. We all have them. Now, I don't necessarily like to think about regrets, and I don't really revel in the whole regret thing because I like to move on. But there are little things that I kind of wish I had done, and there are definitely things I wish I hadn't done.
Yeah, I regret using OBS.
Yeah, OBS can just suck ass.
Yeah, we're using StreamYard now, and it's just kicking ass. Kicking ass.
So we're going to have to maybe make this our new home.
Well, the problem is you can't do studio-like stuff in, StreamYard, but, no one needs to see me. I don't give a shit.
No, but we do fun little things like hashtag Bourbon Soak Live, which is delightful.
It could be.
Wow, my producer's in a negative mood tonight. Maybe we should
No, actually, I can still do that, by the way.
You can still do what?
I can still show the stuff on Bourbon Soak Live.
Oh.
The hashtag.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just figure this out as we go along.
Yay!
So before you do anything else, y'all, make sure you like this stupid channel. Like what you're watching.
Kick the producer in his asshole.
Maybe send a little love note over to David, the producer, and OBS, and then we'll go from there.
I have words to speak with the OBS folks.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is about that application. It's just been fucking us ever since we got to New Orleans.
It really has. And you know what? I think it's got a lot to do with the program sucks my balls.
Well, we're going to just say bye-bye.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you could bring my notes back up on screen, David, the producer.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
you made those go away.
Well, that's what I do.
Wow, this show is falling off the tracks tonight. We should just throw caution to the wind and be like, well, whatever. Let's just talk about whatever's on our minds.
Ooh, we could talk about Tits Out Monday.
Oh, yes. So David, the producer, tried to convince me that Tits Out Monday is a thing. I didn't believe him until he came back and had some sort of crazy Google search that demonstrated Tits Out Monday is actually not a thing at all, but he tried to pass it off as being one because there were a bunch of shirtless men.
I lose.
It's true. You did.
I did. I lost that argument. So, okay, I understand. But Shirtless Monday should be a thing for women. I am fully behind this.
I don't really think YouTube is going to approve of Shirtless Monday.
Well, not on camera. I'm talking about around the house, you know, around on the balcony. You know,
we do have private
maybe
balconies.
When some guests come over, you know,
things
like that.
We are so going to have sex out on the balcony one night.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I love it.
We're destined.
Oh yeah. It's going to happen. We have these tremendous private balconies where we can get away with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take advantage of that, I think.
See, Ganna approves.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully it won't land on my list of regrets. To start things off, I thought it would only be appropriate to talk about the fashion choices that we regret. And for me, hands down, that would be using Sun-In when I was a teenager. And if you're not familiar with this miraculous liquid, it came in a little spray pump. You'd spray it all over your hair. You'd sit outside in the sunlight tanning, as we were prone to do. And then your hair would turn orange, like dry, crackly, frizzly Cheeto orange. But it was the style, and I did it. And man, by the end of summer, between that and the pool chlorine, I was a hot fucking mess, and not in a good way.
John Isabella says regrets are best left in the past. I agree with that 1,000%. John, you're a genius. I agree.
I do too. However, it's fun to look back and poke fun at ourselves for the things that we did or didn't do.
And Charles does exactly that and says parachute pants.
Ooh.
I've had parachute pants. I used to wear Z Cavaricis, and I looked like Richard Marx on a bender.
Yeah, that was not a good look for you. Didn't you also have suspenders?
At one point.
And a little cropped, like, waiter jacket?
Go fuck yourself.
and wasn't there, like, and I could be wrong about this. Maybe it was just the way your hair grew out, but wasn't it permed also?
I can neither confirm nor deny I had a perm.
Oh no, it was spectacular.
Why are you telling all my regrets? How about some of your own?
Because you weren't going to say them, and we're talking regrets, so I thought I'd share them for you. I mean, I'm the host, right? That's what I do.
See, Anthony says Sun-In spray. He also says shirtless Mondays. I prefer to be in front. Dave, sorry, can't be behind. I totally get it. Totally get it.
See, I told you it's not a thing.
And Not a Great Gamer says cheese is best love in the fridge. I agree.
No, cheese goes everywhere. I embrace the cheese. And speaking of cheese, this is a little off topic and a bit of a reach, but I've discovered we have two rats that hang out in our courtyard.
Yes.
I've named them Abelard and Eloise, and they are delightful. And David, the producer, doesn't think this is going to work, but I believe that if I make them a couple of little t-shirts and hats, that they're going to sweep the balcony for us.
What are you, insane?
I will become the Snow White. Or no, it's not Snow White. It's
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah,
yes.
No, you're not going to be Cinderella. No.
Oh, they're going to do my bidding. They will.
These rats are the size of our old cat.
They're huge, which is convenient because the cockroaches here are just as big.
Yeah, if you've never seen a New Orleans cockroach, I had to wrestle one for my mail the other day.
These fuckers are so big. I'm a little intimidated by them. I am, because I feel like they might actually take me away somewhere, like to the land where cockroaches run free and eat people.
Hey, by the way, I have to end the other stream somehow that it didn't end.
Oh, God.
So, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You go ahead and this one's live. This one's
all
fine.
right. Well, we're live. We're fine.
You take this over.
The other thing that I regret tremendously, and I'm shocked that this is back in style now, would be acid washed jeans. Nobody should wear these things. They are hideous. And yet I see them coming back and I don't understand why. There are just certain things that look stupid. I mean, it looks like you put them in the wash with a pile of bleach and then they came out all funky and crinkled and ugly. It's stupid.
You're opinionated.
I am. I don't like acid wash jeans. They didn't look good then. They don't look good now. And what I used to do, which was really appalling, is tuck my jeans into my socks.
Ew.
Well, you know I have a thing for socks when the weather is appropriate. However, back when socks were a big thing, oh man, yeah, I tucked my jeans into them. I totally regret that.
I can't believe you've actually tucked socks into jeans.
Oh yeah, and I used to also do the fold over cuff where you fold it over so that it gets real tight at the ankle and then roll it up a couple of times. That was a sexy look. It really was.
Let's find out from everyone in the chat what their fashion. And I know Gamer. You know what, Gamer? Don't give me your bullshit. You had some fashion faux pas back in the day, and I want to know them.
I see Night Train is saying, and I believe I'm squinting because I'm working off a very small monitor right now. It says, pay more for worn out jeans. You know, that's the thing. It's very funny. And my parents used to make fun of me for this all the time. I would buy jeans with the holes already made in them. And they said, why are you paying money for jeans that aren't complete? And it's because it's style. There's certain things that you just can't do yourself.
I bought Holy jeans before. Who hasn't? I mean, they were in style for a bit, right?
They still are.
Well, I haven't bought a pair with holes in them in a while.
No, for men, they tend to look a little fake. I think women, in certain circumstances, pull them off a little bit better. But on guys, it just looks a little too much like Def Leppard. I mean, nobody wants to look like Joe Elliott, right?
Not in this lifetime.
So yeah, I definitely regret those acid washed, ripped up jeans, the faded, weird, sun-inned hair. And to make matters worse, I took a crimping iron to it.
Oh,
I look like Yahoo Serious. It was
Charles Ashworth says hobo chick.
It's hobo chic.
Oh, I say chick.
Well, somebody's
whatever.
not putting on airs. Today.
Obviously. Hey, Craft Beer Pours says cheers, by the
well,
way.
hello, Craft Beer Pours. What are y'all drinking tonight? I've got a bottle of 1792 bottled in bond that I'm sipping on, and I'm really thinking of just knocking all this back right now at once, because why not?
Yeah, because we can. Hey, and what else? Ganna says, I had platform shoes like the Spice Girls.
Ooh, the Spice Girls look was very short-lived and unfortunate. It was so mismatched. I mean, it really looked like Contempo Casuals just vomited all over a whole bunch of people.
It's not good. It's not a great look. But you know what? It depends on when you do the look. If you do the look when it's hot and fashionable, then it's a look. If you do it 5 years after, then
it's just pathetic.
It's tragic.
Yeah, it's a little tragic.
And by the way, Not a Great Gamer says the Pope has holy jeans.
Oh, good. That's exactly how you know that they are no longer in fashion, is when you see the fucking Pope wearing them.
Yep. And Ira Z says, why did I click? I said
because
click.
You were enticed by this delightful train wreck that you're watching right now.
Exactly.
Hey, watch the fuck out of this. I really don't care tonight.
Oh, Ganna was camo and platforms. Ooh.
Oh, no. I guess camouflage had a moment for a little while, but there were some people who just really took it too far and adding like, oh, it was a big Sex in the City thing to wear the camouflage cropped pants with stiletto heels, which I personally feel is just absurd.
Charles Ashworth says the Spice Girls are something we all regret. Amen.
But I really, really, really want a zig a zig baby.
I really, really want to put. Well, I won't say it.
Oh no! Oh, say it, please say it. This show could not get any worse.
No, they are what I like to call ungood.
Well, all right.
The Spice Girls. They were talentless hacks.
Yeah, they were actually, and it's too bad because I wanted to like them. I wanted to be into the Spice Girls because everybody I knew was, but I stuck with Molly Crew. They treated me better.
And Kenna says, but they were so cute and girl power.
Girl power.
Yeah, I get the girl power thing. And you know what? That was actually a very attractive thing to them, to younger girls, that made them look up to them and then become fans and buy their merchandise and their shitty concert tickets.
Manufactured girl
posters.
power is just meaningless.
Boo.
You know, I mean, you derive girl power from somebody who actually accomplishes something.
Exactly.
You know, being some hired gun in a prefab band does not connotate girl power.
Nope.
No. I see Jimmy C has joined us.
Jimmy
Woohoo.
C is here. Hello,
Cheers
Jimmy
to
C.
you. Thanks for being here. So we're talking regrets tonight, and apparently we have several people who regret ever liking the Spice Girls, which I completely appreciate. Kind of moving this along a little bit, I think it's an easy direction to take with the sex partners that we've had that we absolutely regret. And I know I've had many. And like we were saying, it's been called out, you know, nobody likes to have regrets. You know, you learn from the past and you move on. And I'm not saying that I exactly regret the choices that I made because, you know, they make me who I am.
They're choices. Yeah, they're choices.
However, I probably could have chosen wiser and maybe been a little less anxious to sleep with all of those musicians that I did. Because as much as I love who I am now, I look back at myself and God damn it, I was a hot, crazy nightmare.
Well, you know what, though? You can't look at it that way because the people that you've either dated or slept with or married.
No. We're not going there.
Well, you have to look at it like, you know, we make the choices based on the situation we're in at the time. You can't look at those as regrets. But after the fact, when you slept with somebody who's really bad at it, holy mother of God.
Oh my God, that's the worst. Somebody who is bad at sex is just a nightmare. In fact, the one night stands I've had have always been because the sex was so bad, I refused to go back.
Right.
I mean, you never entirely know until you're in the moment. And you do what you can to correct things. But oh my God, some people just suck at sex. I talked about it on the podcast. I had sex with a guy who kept a hat on the whole time. And not like a cute little baseball cap or a little ski cap. We're talking one of those 80s, like gigantic musician fedoras. Like the brim out to here. I kept banging my face on it.
I had a girl that I slept with, and this is going back when I was on the road with the one band that you know about.
Yes.
And we had sex in a whirlpool at a Holiday Inn in Pekin, Illinois.
Oh, sexy times right there. Nothing screams good sex like Pekin.
Right. Pekin, Illinois. There's a hub of activity right there. Oh my God. She was so bad at it that she was emitting these sounds that were not even human. And then she would like look at me directly in the face like I was supposed to. I don't know. She was looking into my soul. I think she stole it.
So that's what happened to
Oh
you.
my God. You know, Ira Z says, I leave my boots on, so I'm ready to run.
That's different. I get that.
And Not a Great Gamer says, Juliette and David, is it wrong to ask if either of you ever sampled English meat?
Jesus
Christ.
I don't
Holy
know.
crap. I don't think we have.
Ganna believes you probably have had.
I've had English meat, but she was in the form of a girl in the late 80s.
I thought that was a band.
English meat?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Weren't they like one of those synth pop bands?
I think Robert Palmer sang for them.
No, he didn't. He's too good for that. I love Robert Palmer. We play this little game every time we hang out on the balcony. We kind of do a
Guess the singer.
Yeah, we like guess the singer, or we give each other musical challenges. So he played a bunch of old Robert Palmer songs prior to his 80s days where he, was just cheesy as all fuck. And you would never know that it's Robert Palmer. He's got this very soulful sort of R&B kind of bluesy style. It's really cool. I would never regret having listened to that.
No, he was Robert Palmer's awesome. He is. Okay, so I want to hear from the chat on people that have had bad sexual experiences they regret.
Tell me about the bad sex you regret. I totally regret having sex with that hat guy. I do, because he was such a moron. And so I once had sex with a guy who liked to use a cock ring. And
would you regret that?
No, I don't. But you know what he regrets is using the cock ring, because it was one of the elastic ones and he snapped it on his
Snapped it on his balls or his cock?
Both, actually. It was like a snapback, and it was just, ooh.
Boy.
I've never heard a man make a sound like that before in my life.
Hey, RWC Toyman's here.
Well, hello.
Good to see you.
Glad you joined us. We're talking
Ron.
about regrets tonight.
And he'll be regretting he came in here.
Y'all will be regretting this last hour, I'm sure. But you know what? That's your problem, not mine.
Okay, so in talking about regrets and life regrets, there is the one that not necessarily got away, but the one that you thought, maybe I should have given a chance to.
Ah, yes, yes. And, I feel a little bad about this sometimes, because I started dating older guys when I was in high school. I mean, truly, I was 16 and I was dating a 20-something. I just completely blew off, I would say, pretty much every guy in my high school. And I feel a little bad about that, because several of them asked me out to dances. And I believe if I'd actually gone with them, I would have had a way better time than dragging some old man off to my high school prom.
All right, I got to pause you for a second, and not to take you off track, but Ganna says, I've pierced a few dong, but that was work-related, not sexual. That's your story, Ganna. You can tell it any way you want.
Okay, Ganna, we gotta roll this train back a little bit. I need to know more about the piercing guys.
Have you ever had sex with a pierced guy?
I have.
I never had sex with a pierced girl.
Prince Albert piercing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and he was super proud of this thing, which I don't blame him. I mean, anybody who has somebody put a needle through their cock, cheers to you. It wasn't my thing. Personally, like when I was giving him head, I just felt like it was really weird. I didn't.
You chip your teeth?
I could have. It could have like wrapped around my tonsils, It was weird. It was really awkward for me. And I'm sure there are zillions of people out there who love giving head to some guy who's got a Prince Albert. I'm not one of them.
I never dated a girl that had a pierced clit. Never.
What about nipple piercings?
Oh, yeah. But those are,
I've never known any girl or guy with a nipple piercing. Like of all the fucking musicians I've been with and rock stars, none of them had a pierced nipple.
I have dated not probably. I know I've dated two girls that had nipple piercings, and I thought that they didn't turn me on. I didn't think it was like a sexual thing or a cool thing or anything that was really, really mattered. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing.
I'll tell you something I regret, and that is the very first tattoo I ever got.
Go ahead. Roll with it.
Y'all, I hate to even talk about this at all, because it was not my brightest moment. It was my last 4 or 5 days in Los Angeles before I was about to be forcibly moved back home because I was beyond broke. I was practically destitute, and my dad was coming out to drag me back to Chicago. So I wanted to bring a piece of Los Angeles back with me. So I gathered up the last of my money, and I went to Body and Soul Tattoo. It's on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City. And I wanted to get a music note tattooed on my ankle. I thought this would be just a nice sort of, reminder of Los Angeles, and it was something that was meaningful to me. And in my defense, I'd had a few cocktails prior because I'm afraid of pain. I don't like needles. And the tattoo artist was a super nice guy. He was so sweet. And he's like, okay, well, here's an idea. What if we fashion it this way on your ankle so that it kind of wraps around your ankle bone? It'll look really cool. And I said, great, I love it. He did it. I loved it. And then the next day, the musician I was fucking said, why do you have a backwards music note on your ankle?
You really messed that one up. It looks like a Philadelphia Phillies logo. That's
it did.
How fucked up
it
it looks.
Looked like a hockey team logo. I've since had it covered up, and you probably, I don't know if you can really see it. But
no, you can't.
I can't twist my leg in that direction, but I've had it covered up since then. With a much larger music note facing in the correct direction. So the good news is, it's not there anymore, but I know it's there.
Hey, and by the way, we got a whole bunch of stuff we have to cover in the chat. Genna says, I have a bad story about it. Some men faint. Some got off on the pain. Ooh,
oh, I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the thrill of getting a tattoo is enjoying the experience. Oh, I totally get that. Yeah. 100%. I mean, he doesn't,
Ralph's Trucking is here. He says howdy.
Well, hello, Ralph's Trucking.
Oh, and I do want to mention here Donna Cantor. Yeah, our good friend Donna. She says, I do regret, as far as regrets go, I do regret not getting closer to my mom before she died and saying I love her more.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that,
and Donna, I feel the same way because me and my father were never close. And I wish that we had a better relationship or that we were able to get closer. But I will tell you that my brother probably feels even worse than I do.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole story behind there, but I'm not going to tell it here today.
That's probably not the time for that, but I can say that I think the one thing in my family that I regret is not going to my grandmother's funeral. Again, But
there's a reason why.
Well, I was living in Los Angeles, and it just wasn't something I could do. I actually had a job then. It had no vacation time, and I just didn't feel comfortable enough to be able to walk away from it. I mean, production jobs are like that. You either do them or you don't. And I needed to stick with it, so I wasn't able to go. And I loved my grandmother so much. And unfortunately, a lot of people in my family weren't a big fan of my grandmother. She was just kind of a badass, strong-willed, very opinionated woman. Me personally, I love that. And I wish I could have been there to say something about her at the funeral. So yeah, for me, that's definitely something I wish I had done.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of comments in here. Let's see. Ralph's Trucking. Drink one for me. I'm doing colonoscopy. Sorry. Clean out for tomorrow. Camera tests on both ends. Hey, do the cameras ever meet?
Ew.
Well, you do an upper GI and a lower GI.
I suppose technically they could, but I hope everything turns out okay. I hope it's a easy, hassle-free experience. I hope everything goes well for you. So we'll be thinking about you.
Yeah, Ralph's Trucking. Good luck with the colostomy.
Colostomy.
I said colostomy. That's awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Colonoscopy is what I meant to say.
My producer is drinking straight bourbon back there, but it's not 100 proof. But apparently it's hitting him harder than it should.
Donna says, ew.
We're all saying ew right now.
Exactly. No, Ralph, best of luck. Hope it goes well for you. That's a really kind of a tough place to be. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I think we should all have a drink.
Oh, and so is Ron's going for one too.
What?
Are they having sales out there in Canada?
I didn't even know that right now you could have procedures. I thought sort of
No, you can now in a lot of places.
They have that still unlocked?
Colonoscopies. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, colonoscopies you can get just for free on the corner if you pay the right person.
Yeah, I believe there's a place on Bourbon Street actually that offers them.
For $50 and a side of hurricane.
And it's run by a gigantic cockroach.
Yeah. Wow, Ron and Ralph. Man, best of luck to you guys.
Well, all right, guys. Take care. I hope everything is okay.
Hey, and by the way, I only charge $25 for one of those, so
yeah, but
just give it some thought.
We don't. I mean, this is New Orleans, right? So, he disinfects with bourbon.
Right. And I-Ray-Z says after 50. Well,
yeah, it's the thing. It's
the thing. You got to get them done.
Yeah.
It's the responsible thing to do.
Well, any gal who's done anal is just sitting back going, you guys, just do it. Just do it.
Our WC Toyman, of course, Ron says, Dave, the producer, you are due for a colonoscopy, my friend. I'm not due for one. I'm asking for one.
What do you think we're doing for 4th of July?
Exactly. It's hot dogs, hamburgers, a grill, and a colonoscopy.
Why do you think I bought the sparklers and the Roman candles?
Exactly. And we also, you got to have, pride music on at the same time, too.
Well, of course. Go everybody. I mean, it's a day for experimentation and celebration and of independence from all of your personal bonds.
Now, I have to say, because this is one of the things that I am, guilty of, actually. And that's when we talk about regrets, and that's what this show's about. When you talk about regrets, you talk about missed opportunities in life. Whether it's a vacation, a job, anything that you really just like irks you, and you think back and say,
why didn't I do that?
I should have done that.
Yeah, yeah.
What are those big regrets? And I can tell you that a job that I thought I should have taken, and this goes back probably 15 years ago, that I interviewed for that I didn't take, that I kind of regret now.
Really? What job?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to go into too much detail, but
no. I won't tell you about the job itself or the company itself, but I'll tell you that I felt really good about the people that I interviewed with. I felt good about the money. I felt good about the position, but there was just something lurking in the back of my mind that wouldn't allow me to take it. And I still, to this day,
you wonder.
I wonder.
You wonder what if.
What if? Huh. Right?
I have one of those, what if, why didn't I kind of jobs too. And it was actually in porn. Not as an actress, y'all, simmer down. It was
fluffer?
It was not as a fluffer either. It was as kind of a marketing agent coordinator type entry-level position for a porn company in Los Angeles. I didn't know going into the job interview it was for a porn company. They were very discreet about their advertisements. They just said, we're looking for a project coordinator, marketing, blah, 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 coming in for an interview. And I actually walked in to their offices, which were someone's home, where they were shooting a porn in the backyard as I was interviewing. And it was all very above board. I mean, it was very clean and respectable. There was nothing funky going on. But the whole time I'm sitting there going, this is a porn. This is porn. I don't know if I can make this kind of professional leap. But to this day, I wonder what would have happened if I had taken that job, because the company is thriving, by the way. They're doing amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? Money doesn't make you happy, right?
No, and it wasn't about money.
Porn on a balcony makes you happy.
By the way, Gana calls out balcony butt stuff. So I think the running hashtag for this episode is balcony butt stuff. I love
balcony butt stuff. That's awesome. Oh, wait, hold on. And then we have I-Ray-Z says, my regret was not having more children. Okay, so I-Ray-Z, how many children do you have?
And how many would you have wanted to have?
Yeah, and how many would you have wanted?
I'm always fascinated by people who love having a giant brood of kids. A girlfriend of mine is like that. She has a large sort of farm estate out here in Louisiana, and she already has 2 children, and she wants to have at least 3 or 4 more. And she loves it. I mean, and I admire her reserve so much, the way that she plans things out, and she's a tremendous mother. I could never be that person. Not me. Definitely not me.
Nope. Boo.
But
no, not for you. But
however, I mean, like the people who want to open themselves up to having a ton of kids, I mean, that's crazy. I love it. I mean, have fun.
Well, and we've said on this show, okay, so, you're not my first wife, right? So I've been married before. I have 3 children prior to me and you meeting. And I think that 3 kids is the perfect amount, because then I don't have to pay for 4 college payments.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing that I did when I was dating, particularly during my early internet dating stages, was I had a very clear, will not date anyone with kids codicil. But when I met David, the producer, and he told me he had 3 kids, but they were all older, I kind of said, I can work with that.
Yeah, and they all love you, and you love them.
Oh yeah, we have a tremendous relationship. I mean, I'm an amazing. I'm a shitty person otherwise.
Yes, you are.
I really.
So Irie says, both.
Well, you never know.
Donna Cantor, his direct. I regret not having more children with my husband now. I get that. I totally get that. And Charles Ashworth says, I wanted lots of children until I got the 3 I have. And then you go, boom.
And you're like, and I'm done.
Boom goes the dynamite. And Gaffahane says, oh my God, New Orleans legs.
Well, hello, Gaffa, my favorite creeper. I love it.
Train man and a train man.
Oh, really?
He
really?
is.
That's what we're calling Gaffa?
What's Gaffa?
All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so be it.
Yeah. We love Gaffa.
we do, but he's very easy to pick on sometimes.
We love him.
So, Gaffa, if you're just joining us, we're talking about regrets, and it's kind of been all over the place. We've been talking about fashion choice regrets. We've been talking about sexual regrets, and somehow balcony butt stuff became a thing.
You know what, though? Can I bring up another regret?
Please do.
I think, and somebody had kind of brought this up earlier, that it's the things that you're not able to complete when someone passes away.
Of course.
Right? So it's that you can't tell someone that you love them, or that you can't tell someone that you're sorry, or that you can't tell someone that you would have done something differently. I think regrets come in different forms, and that one I think is the hardest, the unresolved.
Oh, that's
regret.
The worst.
The unresolved
The one
regret.
that you can do nothing about, that there's no way to reconcile it. But there are some self-imposed sort of limits to things also. Like I look at some friendships that I've had, particularly with my girlfriend Crazy Town. She's reached out to me and tried to reconnect, and I have flat out shut it down. And I wonder if someday I'm going to regret that. I don't think I will, because she's a fucking nutcase, but I'm always going to wonder what if. And I think that's part of just life, is that sometimes things just, you have to make what's considered the appropriate decision.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Wow.
What?
Oh, okay. I think we're still fine. Gaffa says, he says, I believe live life to the fullest and have no regrets.
Hashtag no regrets.
You know,
you can only do that so much, though. There are certain things, certain shitty decisions that sometimes it's just best to just get away from, really.
No, but no regrets is a thing. But if you have something that you feel that is unresolved that you caused, I think that it's not a bad idea to resolve it.
If you can, and if it doesn't cause somebody more pain to resolve it.
True.
I really have to question the people who, just for their own personal comfort level, have to go back and drudge up some horrible incident from the past that somebody may have already just put behind them. I mean, sometimes you just got to let shit go. You do.
Here's a weird thing, and maybe you can help me resolve this one, and that's in a regret. Okay, so for people that are part of AA,
right,
they have to go back to the people that they felt that they wronged and make amends.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that those regrets are, people just like look at them as like, well, why are you coming to me now? And it's a weird thing. And why it just seems
I have my personal difficulties with the AA 12 steps. Is it 12 steps or 10?
It's 12.
With that program. And I know it has worked for a bazillion people, and that's awesome.
And by the way, it's 12 steps for AA, and it's 15 steps for the hustle from the 70s when you're dancing.
I still need to learn how to do the hustle.
Yes.
In regards to going back and righting wrongs, although I appreciate for the person that it makes them feel better, it doesn't necessarily make the other person feel better. And you have to weigh that against what you're doing. I mean, if it doesn't make a difference, then fine, have at it. But if you are going to go back to some girl that, say, you have just done a fucking number on, and bring that back and say, I'm sorry for that, I don't know if she's going to want to hear it. If some guy did, if I can think of several guys who, if they came back to me right now and said, I'm going through my steps and I wanted to apologize, I would tell them to go fuck themselves.
And we have some really good comments here with Ira Z says, you'll find something go wrong. Donna Cantor says, if you have no regrets, then how can you learn from it? Gaffa says, some things are unresolvable.
Yes.
Move on.
Yes,
seriously.
Exactly.
Ira Z says again, show me a satisfied person, I'll say he's lying. Or her.
That's just it. I mean, and that's the thing. You can't erase the past. You really can't. You have to look at it, evaluate it, take it in context, and then move forward. I mean, that's what we're all trying to do, is continually move forward. Well, hopefully we are. But I really take a strong stance against trying to rewrite history. Just because you've apologized for something, it doesn't necessarily mean it's okay with that person. You just got to fucking move on.
And Gaffa wrote like a whole long paragraph, but all I read in that is he says, I make mistakes. That's all.
We all make mistakes. I mean, we're all
Gaffa,
human.
I'm messing with you.
I mean,
yeah, but you got to own your own mistakes.
Yes, that's
like Gaffa said.
Yeah, you do. You have to say, all right, I fucked this shit up and I'm not going to do that again.
That's right. So regrets are nothing more than just mistakes that you learn from.
Oh, is that producer wisdom?
It's producer wisdom. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God, hashtag producer wisdom.
You're so mean.
You love me.
I do love you. Are you ready to wrap this up, sister?
I think it's time we wrap this shit show up. Y'all, I can't thank you enough for bearing with us as we get our bearings here in New Orleans. So going forward, we're going to be trying to figure out some new software options, probably with StreamYard here for Bourbon Soak Live. Hopefully our future live broadcasts will be far more organized and far more professional than tonight's was. That being said, I love that y'all are hanging out with us. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate having you here. And here's the thing. If y'all like storytelling, I have a podcast. It's called The Unwritable Rant, and it lives where all podcasts live. It's very professionally done.
Unlike this show.
Unlike this show, where I tell bourbon soak stories about dating rock stars, about traveling with my guy, about the mayhem that ensues, and of course about crazy bourbon drinking. So I hope you will check it out. Otherwise, you've been watching Bourbon Soak Live. I'm Juliette Miranda, and let's just shout out all the amazing people who've been hanging out with us.
Oh my God, yeah. Let's get them all up here. Hold on. Hold, please.
What are you doing back there, David, the producer?
I'm trying to see.
I
if
see
I
lots
can...
of buttons being pressed.
Oh, I'm pressing buttons like a motherfucker. Hold on.
I see Charles Ashworth is saying, "Don't let Juliette know; it will never be professional." You know what? Cheers to that. Fuck being professional. Let's just be real here. You know.
There you go. Here's your website. You want to call it
Oh,
out?
it's my website. It is theunwriteablерant.com. You can find all the back episodes of my podcast here. You can find a book here. I wrote a book. I did. I had a book published by a publisher. And you can actually find some of my old interviews too with like Mike Rowe, Bert Kreischer, all
Eric
sorts
Roberts.
of actors, comedians, cool people. And of course, there's a link up in the top corner that says Buy Me a Drink. If you click that, you'll be taken to a secure PayPal page where you can make a one-time donation to keep me in booze. And I'll keep you in boozy stories.
And that's a problem.
Booze and I are good. I like booze.
Hold on. I want to see if there's... did you mention... Well, I got to spell Twitter right because I'm a moron.
The producer's having issues, y'all.
Twitter. Did you mention hashtag Bourbon Soak Live?
Right. Hashtag Bourbon Soak Live. This is our little getting to know you routine. So if you snap a photo or if you make a meme or if you've got something you want me to see, post it to Twitter and use the hashtag Bourbon Soaked blah.
I'm the moron.
Balcony butt stuff. Hashtag Bourbon Soaked Live. That's where I will find it, and we can talk about it next week on the show. So, Ganna, not a great gamer, Charles Ashworth, ADHD Whiskey, Ralph's Trucking, Ira Z, Donna Cantor, Jimmy C,
Anthony
Gaffa. Ron,
you called
Container
Ron?
Man.
You got Charles in there.
I got Charles in
you got
there.
Ralph.
Ralph's Trucking, awesome. Our very first person who was here, Bob's Adventure.
Yep.
Thank you,
Patrick
for
Fulmer.
being here, Patrick Fulmer.
You got Ganna, right?
I got Ganna.
Okay. All right.
Well, to everyone who's been watching, thank you. And if you want to come back next Monday night, I will be live at 7 p.m. Central Time with Bourbon Soak Live. I'm Juliette Miranda. That's been David, the producer, back there. Cheers, y'all.